Shavua Tov Rabotai, we are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Ketubot. We are up to Perek Tet Mishnah Zayin. Today's Mishnah should be Leilun Nishmat Neria ben Svetlana Aranbayev, Eliyahu ben Burcha Israel ben Chana bad Miriam, Menuchatam began Eden Amen, and Avdi ben Chaim Nechaim v'derefua Shenemav Daniel Shalom ben Rosa betoch Shah Cholei Israel. The Mishnah lists 5 cases in which a woman must swear before she can collect her ketubah payment. These cases will be explained Bezrat Hashem Bli Neder in the next Mishnah. The Mishnah begins, Apogemet ketubata lo tipra lebishvua. If a woman reduces her ketubah, meaning she says that she had already been paid part of it, she has not paid the rest unless she makes an oath that she was not yet paid in full. Ed echad meidashi pirua lo tipra lebishvua. B, if one witness testifies against her and says that her ketubah was already paid, she is not paid unless she makes an oath that it is still owed to her. Minichsei tomim. C, if she comes to collect her ketubah from the property of her husband's orphans that they inherited from him. Umin chasim mishubadin. D, or from sold property, meaning property that her husband sold, but that she can collect for her ketubah. V'shelo befanav. E, or if she comes to collect her ketubah not in her husband's presence. Lo tipra lebishvua. She is not paid unless she makes an oath that it is still owed to her. Under biblical law, a woman can always collect her ketubah without having to take an oath. Her obligation to swear in the Mishnah's 5 cases is only rabbinic, and the reason for each of these cases will be given in the next Mishnah. That is in a Mishnah Zayin. We continue now with Mishnah Chet, which explains the cases that we just listed in the previous Mishnah. Hapogeme ketubata ketzad. What is the case of a woman who reduces her ketubah? Hayta ketubata 1,000 zuz, if her ketubah was 1,000 zuz. Va'amar la itkabalt ketubatich. But when she came to collect it from her husband, he said to her, you already received your entire ketubah. V'omer lo itkabalti el maneh. And she said, I received only 100 zuz. Lo tipra lebishvua. She has not paid the other 900 zuz unless she makes an oath that she is still owed that amount. Since she might not have been careful to note exactly how much her husband paid her the first time, she is obligated to swear. What is the case of one witness who testifies against her and says that her ketubah was already paid? Hayta ketubata 1,000 zuz, if her ketubah was 1,000 zuz. Va'amar la itkabalt ketubatich, and when she came to collect it from her husband, he said to her, you already received your entire ketubah. V'omer lo itkabalti, and she said, I did not receive anything. Ve'echad meidashi pirua, but one witness testifies against her and says that it was paid. Lo tipra lebishvua, she has not paid her ketubah unless she makes an oath that she had not yet already received it. Although the rule is that one witness does not suffice to prevent the woman from collecting her ketubah, meaning to completely prevent her from collecting her ketubah, absolute proof such as the testimony of 2 witnesses is needed. So since here it's not enough to prevent, her husband will be troubled if he must pay her when one witness supports his claim that she was already paid. She is therefore required to swear so that he will at least be satisfied that she believes she is telling the truth. Minichasim mishubadim ketzad. What is the case of collecting from sold property? Machar nechasav la'achirim. If her husband sold his property to others, vinifrad mina lakochot, and she is collecting her ketubah from the buyers, she can do this only if her husband no longer has enough property to pay the ketubah himself. Lo tipra lebishvua. She has not paid her ketubah unless she makes an oath that she had not already received it. Had she collected her ketubah from the husband himself, he might have claimed that he already paid her and insisted that she must swear first. Although our Mishnah listed 2 cases in which the wife must swear, namely where she admitted that part of the ketubah was paid and where one witness testified that it was paid, it does not mean to imply that otherwise there is no need for her to swear at all. Rather, if the husband insists upon an oath, she must swear in all circumstances. The Mishnah's cases are those in which she must swear even if her husband does not insist. So again, had she collected the ketubah from the husband himself, he might have claimed that he already paid her and insisted that she must swear first. Since the buyers are not in a position to know whether she was paid, the court makes this claim on their behalf. She must therefore swear before she can collect from them. What is the case of collecting from the property of her husband's orphans? If her husband had died and left his property to the orphans, his heirs, and she is collecting her ketubah from the orphans, she has not paid her ketubah unless she makes an oath that she had not already received it. Since the heirs too are not in a position to know whether she was already paid, the court demands on their behalf that she must swear before she can collect. What is the case of collecting a ketubah not in her husband's presence? If he divorced her and then went overseas, and she wants to be paid her ketubah from his property while he is not present, and she has not paid her ketubah unless she makes an oath that she had not already received it. Here too, if the husband were present, he might have claimed that she was already paid. Therefore, in his absence, the court makes this claim on his behalf and requires her to swear. The Mishnah now returns to two different laws taught earlier in the chapter. A, if a woman is put in charge of her husband's business and he suspects that she stole from him, he can make her swear that she did not steal. This was in Mishnah 4. And B, if a husband makes a formal commitment that his heirs will not be able to make her swear, she does not have to swear when she collects her ketubah from them. That's Mishnah 5. The next Tana disagrees with both of these laws. Rabbi Shimon says, Kol zman shi tovat ketubata yoshin mashbin ota. Whenever she claims her ketubah after her husband's death, the heirs of her husband can make her swear that she was not already paid, even if her husband had told her that they cannot make her swear. According to Rabbi Shimon, the law taught earlier in this Mishnah that a woman who collects her ketubah from orphans must swear first is a decree of the rabbis to which there are no exceptions. Even if her husband said that his heirs have no right to make her swear, his word cannot override this law. The rabbis made this law for the benefit of the orphans, so they will not be taken advantage of. However, if the case is one in which she is not claiming her ketubah from the heirs, rather the issue is that they suspect her of stealing his property, the heirs cannot make her swear. According to Rabbi Shimon, a woman can never be made to swear that she did not steal from her husband's property. Rabbi Shimon speaks of heirs only because that is what he's talking about in his first ruling. But in fact, Rabbi Shimon disagrees completely with the law taught in Mishnah 4 and holds that even her husband himself cannot make her swear that she stole from his business. So it comes out that Rabbi Shimon treats a wife stringently in one way, that she must always swear when collecting the ketubah from her husband's heirs, and leniently in another way, that she never has to swear that she did not steal from her husband. And the Rav does tell us, Ven l'halacha ki Rabbi Shimon, the halacha does not follow the opinion of Rabbi Shimon. And that is the Botai of today's Mishna Yomi. Everybody should have a Shavua Tov. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen v'amen.